Hi everyone, Letty here with This Beautiful Place Tarot. How's everybody doing today? Today's reading is going to be how strong are you really? Like, share, subscribe to my channel. Pile 1 is going to be pyrite. Pile 2 is going to be sunstone. I'm only doing 2 piles today. I'm a little groggy, guys. I just woke up from a nap. I actually had a dream about my mom. My mom came to me in a dream. And if you guys know me, then you know my mom has been gone now for a while, but I still channel her. Very important things were said to me in this dream. So this is the reason for me doing this reading. It's still early here. I literally just woke up maybe 5 minutes ago, got my coffee, and that's it. Okay, so I'm a little groggy. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. Yeah, go ahead and pick your pile and we will get started. All right, Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, ancestors, ama, apa, abuelos y abuelas, only benevolent, only good spirits are to be here. No malefic, no trickster spirits, and no demons. Amen. Okay. So pile 1. Pile 1. How strong are you really? The reason why I wanted to do this reading was because of what's going on in America right now with my people, my Hispanic people. I went to the gym yesterday and I had on a Selena shirt, and men were looking at me all up and down because there was no Hispanics in there. I literally was like the only Hispanic at the gym, guys, yesterday on a Sunday. And it really made me mad. And I was just waiting. I was just waiting for somebody to come up to me and say something. You know, ask me for my documentation. Like, what documentation do you want, asshole? Do you want my U.S. Navy certificate that I completed boot camp? Do you want my bachelor's degree? What do you want? Because you guys are over here taking orders from this orange man who the first person that needs to go somewhere else is his wife, because she came here on a U.S. visa. So I really wanted that smoke yesterday, guys. I really, really did. And my fiance is like, oh, you're a hothead, you know, whatever. I don't care. I don't. At this point in time, we are in either fight or flight mode. And I want to encourage you with this, pile 1. You know, the devil comes to only steal, kill, rob, and destroy. But everything that happens will be done for God's glory. So the Bible says, right, there's 144,000 chosen. That's all there's going to be. And I've said this before in other videos. I'm not no punk bitch. So I definitely want that smoke. If somebody comes up to me now, I go to and from the store. I do things for work. And I keep getting like 4 men, Caucasoid, who keep looking at me. And I'm like, what? You got a problem? You got something you want to say? Something you want to get off your chest? And they just go about their day. And it's really making me mad. It's not making me fearful. It's not making me want to cry. It's really making me angry. So we're going to do this reading about how strong are you really? Because now is the time to dig in deep, guys. And another thing I want to leave you with is this, especially if you're Latino. You remember what our ancestors told us. Our ancestors told us to go south to make a city on a lake, because they wanted to get us out of the Americas. We were already north. They wanted us to go south because they knew what was going to come. And that's the reason for my dream. My mom was in my dream, right? And it's like she was right next to me, guys. She was actually laying next to me in the bed, was the dream. And my daughter was a little girl. And when I woke up, I was like, wow. You know, you ever wake up from a dream, guys, and you're like, wait a minute, where's my mom and where's my daughter? My daughter's a grown woman. My daughter's 21 years old. So that's the reason for this reading. Archangel Michael, I send back all hexes, binding spells, curses, Ifa, Ovia, hoodoo, voodoo, santeria, and evil eye. I send it all back, return to sender times 10. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Exodus 14:14, the Lord will fight for me. The light will fight for me. All I have to do is be still. Amen. Pile 1, let's get started. We're going to start with today's prayer to give you guys encouragement. Today's prayer. Call to me and I will answer you and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know. Jeremiah 33:3. So pile 1, this is your scripture. Call to me and I will answer you and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know. Jeremiah 3:33. No, 33:3, excuse me. So you might be seeing 333. J, somebody around you, their name might begin with a J, or that's you. I got these dreams cards, and we're going to do Spirit of the Wheel because obviously Latinos are native, right? That's what makes a Latino is a Spaniard and a Native American, for those of you who don't know. So we're going to use those cards as well. Right here we have adventure, revisit, and reframe. So maybe your ancestors have not told you it's time to speak up yet, and there's fish on this card. And those of you who know me know I'm a Pisces. There's fish on this card, and then there's a house right here. So some of you might even be dreaming of either fish or a house. Or maybe you just bought a house. Congratulations. Adventure. This is a seashell. And what do they say about seashells? When you put it up to your ear, you can hear the ocean. So right now, I'm getting the channel message that your ancestors are telling you not to move, not to do anything just yet, but an adventure is coming up. And like I told my fiance, I'm ready to go. Look, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Argentina, wherever you want to take me, dude, I work too hard. Look, I need a vacation. And when what's going down with this man starting war with Iran, shit. I think there's a reason why our ancestors are moving us out of this region, guys, girls, all that in between. So it might be time for us to take an adventure. Do y'all hear me knocking? Well, let me in because I know somebody's going to hear this message. Revisit. In that dream, that's funny that this card came out, because in that dream we had a visitor. And one of the visitors was another tarot card reader that's on here. That's on YouTube. And a friend of hers. And my daughter came in, right? She was a baby. She was like 3. She came in with all these like sparkly, really cute clothes on. And the girl who was visiting was like, oh my God, look at your baby. She was like, she looks so cute. Why is she all dressed up? Right? And I was like, I don't know. She just does that. You know, my daughter's a Taurus, y'all. My daughter loves to dress her ass off, right? And I was like, I don't know. She's been doing it her whole life. All right, real talk. She's been doing it her whole life. She put on whatever. And you know she does art, guys. She does a lot of art. She does makeup, all that. And so she's always been real expressive with who she is, you know. And the lady was tripping out on my daughter. And the reason why I'm bringing this up, because it was in my dream. And that's why I'm using these dream cards. But it says here, revisit. And it has a house here too. So some of you guys, I'm getting the channel message that you need to revisit who is coming up in your dreams. Because your ancestors, your spirit guides, even other readers might be coming to you in your dreams. We're going to do tarot in a second. I want to know, how strong are you? We're going to do Spirit of the Wheel next, and then we're going to do the Goddess Oracles. And if you're a masculine, that's fine. You could still use Goddess cards as a masculine energy, okay? Spirit of the Wheel. Creativity, dreams. Look at this. And this is bears. So some of you guys, your animal totem is a bear. And bears are all about family, right? Standing up for what you believe. recuperation, creativity, dreams, 12. So the 12th house. Not only is the 12th house of spirituality, the 12th house represents the hidden enemies. And if you are psychic out here, thank God. Thank your spirit guides. Archangel Michael, thank you. Thank you, all my spirit guides and my ancestors who have came through me to me since I was little, who have kept me out of troubling situations. Thank you, God. Be happy that you have that line with source. You have that direct communication to get you out of a jam. Because you are psychic. The devil comes to kill, steal, rob, and destroy. Do not let them steal your joy. Do not let them make you afraid to go do things that you want to do with your family. This is complete BS what's going on right now to my people. To our people. And right now in the US, everybody has this mentality like, oh, as long as it's not happening to me, well, guess what? It's going to come down to you next. You know, I heard somebody say recently, oh, who thinks that they could go into another country with somebody else's flag? Excuse us, but we still know who we are. We still speak a language that was given to us hundreds of years ago. Yeah, Spanish is not our native language, but it was given to us. It was forced on us too. And that's what we still speak. Creativity and dreams. Spirit of the wheel. Illumination. Divine communication. Spiritual knowing. Inner light. What am I talking about, guys? Your inner light. Don't let nobody out here dim it. At all. You know who you are. You know what you are. And you know what you stand for. Don't be afraid. Inner power, true self, potential. They're wearing feathers. Some of you guys might be seeing feathers. There's a hawk also here. A hawk might be your spirit animal or your totem. Stone of self. Inner power, true self, potential. You know who you are. Call to me and I will answer you and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know. See, how do we channel messages, psychics, readers? We listen. We sit back and we listen. Most of us do breath work, meditations, grounding, clearing. But when we're kids, we don't have to do this. When we're young, we don't have to do this. God just comes and talks to us. We haven't been tainted by the world yet. We're still innocent. So these are your two goddesses. How strong are you really? Ma'at, justice. Come through, pile one. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Because what is going on is completely unjust. So you could have lineage or DNA in Egypt. We come from Anunnaki. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go research it. This is the information age. And what a beautiful, beautiful time to be alive, might I say. To have knowledge at our fingertips. You know, my brother Jojo, he is a genius. In my eyes, he has always been a genius. And he has always told us, you know, how do they diminish a people? They diminish your self-worth. And by you not knowing who you are or who you are, where you come from, right? Because we all have roots. Justice. Synthesis. Glydipetus. I'm going to read these because some of you are tree huggers. You are natural nature spirits. You come from source. You believe in source. You go back to source. That's why we have the word sorceress, sorcerers. You draw your magic from source. Okay, let's read synthesis first. Glidipithus. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. I hope this encourages you. Like my guy says, don't do nothing irresponsible, or don't be hot-headed. But look, this is not the time to be flighting. I take opposites and conflicts, all that is contradictory. I take the diverse and varied. I take the simple and the solitary, and I mix and merge, meld and I blend. I don't have my glasses on, guys. I take what is separate and create union. I bring together what needs to be brought together, so wholeness is achieved. Pile 1, do you hear me knocking? Do you hear what God, what Source is saying? The mythology. This name, Glidipithus, means lady hanging hair. It is from the forest goddess of the Tilget and hideout people of the Northwest, North America. What am I talking about? These are indigenous tribes. I just randomly picked these out. To her people, she was the mossy hanging branches of cedar. When her people were threatened by the destructive whirlpool, Kanga Dipshik Keek, I don't know how I'm saying that, which ate seafaring ships, she called all the natural powers of the coast together and prepared for them a sumptuous feast. Delighted with the feast, they all agreed to work with her. Thus, Glidipithus was able to synthesize their energies and change their whirlpool into a river. This glides into your life to tell you that the way to wholeness for you now lies in synthesis. It is time to bring all the divergent parts, all the opposing pieces together into one whole you. At this time in your life, you may feel engaged in conflict or opposition. Now you must resolve it and create union. This must be my pile, because exactly what I just said is me. This is the time to find the common thread that will serve your needs in the best way. Learning to listen to all the different pieces. Number 2, Ma'at. If you've never done the principles of Ma'at, I highly recommend it. You can do it on YouTube. It's really good. Ma'at, justice. I am the law of truth, the path of integrity, persevere of the code, and in my heart justice lives. I weigh all deeds against my feather of truth. I weigh all deeds, and should they prove the heavier, then I give the lessons. I create the opportunities. I open the pathways. I graciously bestow that which needs to be learned to right all wrongs. The mythology of Ma'at was an ancient Egyptian goddess of law, order, truth, and justice. With her feather of truth, she weighed the souls of all who came to her hall of judgment. She would place her plume on her scales opposite the heart of the deceased. If the scales balanced, the deceased could feast with deities and spirits of the dead. If the heart was heavy, the deceased was turned over to Amara, underworld goddess, who is part hippopotamus, part lion, part crocodile, to be devoured. So in the end, what's going to happen supposedly is our heart is going to get weighed, right? Judgment Day. Ma'at has come with her feather of truth to assist you in bringing justice into your life. Are you in a situation that seems unfair, unjust, unreasonable? Have you used integrity, yet another or others have not? And now you are wounded and seek justice. I'm going to put the link down below for White Raven. She just did Can You Hex a official spell, and I'm thinking of that. So those of you who like to do your magic, now is the time to do your magic. Where are my brujas at? because White Raven, she just did, and I just saw the video of, can you hex an official? And I'm remembering that, reading this. So there's a reason why I'm reading this. All right, pile 1. Are you strong? I would say yes. I would say you're a warrior spirit. You come from Anunnaki. You are indigenous to this earth, to this planet, to this plane, to this dimension. Your animal totems are hawks and bears and fish and trees. Don't forget who you are, pile 1. Let me get 3, please, Archangel Michael. Who picked pile 1? And then I'm going to move on to pile 2. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. Nine of Wands. Protection, preparedness, resilience. That's the wounded warrior. What I say, you're a warrior spirit. You have angels and ancestors who protect you, so listen up. Doesn't matter the abuse, the neglect, anything you've already gone through. You've already persevered through that. Page of Swords. Truthful, analytical, outspoken. So yeah, people are watching us. We know. We know. And now they're going to start looking at our accounts and everything that we post. There's no more freedom. Our civil rights are being trampled. Next, you could be a fire sign or an air sign that picked pile 1. The Moon. Come on through. Come on through, my Cancers, my Pisces, and my Scorpios, right? My mystics. Intuition, illusion, revelation. The Moon. What I just say about doing your spells, your hexes, your binding spells, your curses, y'all like to do them? Go ahead. Y'all know what to do. I said a prayer. I say a prayer every morning, actually, to Archangel Michael for these people who are in detention centers. I highly recommend, if you're Latino or Hispanic, to do that as well. Light a candle. Next, we got the Wheel. Look at all these kids. All these kids that they're trafficking, that they're taking away from their families. Look at. All different shades. All different colors. Look at. Melanated. All right, pile 1, that was your reading. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. If you would like to donate, my Cash App is ThisBeautiful01. Pile 2. Pile 2. I'm going to go through this one a little bit faster, okay? Because I'm just getting up. I got to have my coffee, y'all. I have not had my coffee. It is morning here. Archangel Michael, clear the energy, please, from pile 1. Give me fresh, new energy for pile 2. Thank you. Ancestors, thank you. Ama, apa, abuelos y abuelas, thank you. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. I send back all the schemes of the enemy. You know, Jesus said, have faith as small as a mustard seed. If you tell that mountain to move, it will move. This is for those of you who have been visited by Jesus, by archangels in your dreams. I'm hearing, specifically pile 2. Those of you who do the LBRP, you know what I'm talking about. That's when I first started getting introduced, or when Archangel Michael first started coming to me. Today's prayer, pile 2. When I am afraid, I put my trust in you. Psalm 56:3. When I am afraid, I put my trust in you. Psalm 56:3. Don't be afraid right now. Again, the devil comes to kill, steal, rob, and destroy. How strong are you really? Pile 2. We got here flow. Flow. You might be a water sign. You might be going with the flow right now. Again, in America, everybody is like, oh, that's not my problem. All right, keep thinking like that. It's going to be your problem soon. We got barrier. What are we talking about here, guys? What did I begin by telling y'all? The reason for this dream. You want to close borders. This is all about racism. When's the last time you were at the border? When's the last time you tried to cross a border, either through Canada or the US? Do you know how easy it is to cross the border? Barrier. Next, we got transition. What I say? Some of us need a vacation, or we need to get out of this land, because there might be destruction and chaos further that's going to happen to this land. Don't forget what our ancestors told us. To go south and create a city. And you'll know when you got there when you saw the hawk with the worm in its mouth. The eagle. Sorry, not the hawk. The eagle. Thank you, Spirit. They're correcting me. All right. Spirit of the wheel. How strong are you really? We got here. Letting go, movement forward, reflection, 38. What I say? This is a hawk or a raven. Some of you also has wolves as your animal totem. Next, we got balancing energy, honesty, and emotions. Yeah, don't be hot-headed. I'm hearing my fiance in my head. Don't be hot-headed. I went to Menards, right? And an ice guy was looking at me. I was like, what? You want to stop me? He didn't say nothing to me. Synchronicity, balance, certainty, 25. 2 plus 5 is a 7. 2 plus 21. 2 plus 1 is a 3. Synchronicity, balance, certainty. Ducks. Some of you might be either into stags, deer, or ducks. Or those are your animal totem. Some of you are dreaming of this. You're also dreaming of houses where you live and trees. Next, we got Artemis and Sphinx. Look at this. I randomly put these down, guys. Artemis is the protector of women and children and animals. Look at, there's a deer. She also shoots a bow and an arrow. She's a warrior spirit. This is who you are. Selfhood. Next, we have Sphinx, challenge. So you guys could be Leos. Now, there's another Lion's Gate portal opening, 7/7/25, which is another 7. You guys are going to get powerful downloads is what I'm hearing. And you might have Leo, North Node, South Node, or Rising Venus. I don't know. Artemis and Sphinx. I would say you're pretty damn powerful, Pile 2. I would say you're pretty damn strong. Some of you got a lion spirit and a deer spirit. And there's also another hawk or eagle here. Artemis. That's the one I'm going to read first. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. Selfhood. I am who I am, and I know who I am. What am I been saying, guys? I can take care of myself under all circumstances, and I can let others care for me. I can choose. There is no authority higher than my own. My own powers of discernment are finely honed. I am autonomous. I am free from the influence and opinions of others. I am able to separate that which needs separation, so a clear decision can be reached. I think for myself, I set my sights, and I aim. My bow and my arrow always finds their mark. I'm going to read that last part again. I aim, and my bow and my arrow always finds its mark. Artemis is a multi-dimensional goddess reduced by the Greeks to the domain of moon, virgin, huntress, and childbirth. Really represented the feminine. Again, you could be masculine, guys, in all aspects. She was the huntress who protected animals and the virgin who made love in the woods. When Artemis was a little girl, Zeus, her father, wanted to give her a gift and asked her what she wanted. Artemis replied, I want to run forever, wild and free with my hounds in the woods, and never, ever marry. Artemis has shot her arrow of selfhood into your life to help you focus on yourself. Have you been too much at the service of others without making sure you get what you need for yourself? Has it been too long since you had time to yourself or a space of your own? Do the boundaries of your selfhood seem blurred and indistinct? Do you feel you have no right to a self of your own, but must always be thinking of others? Putting their needs first until you don't know who or what you want anymore. Sphinx challenge. Sorry guys, I'm so groggy. I'm realizing how groggy I am when I'm reading. Okay, Sekhmet 2. You might also be close to Sekhmet. Hold on. Okay, here it is. Oh no, that's Sekhmet again. I guess I'm getting drawn by the lion. Here it goes. Challenge. If I ask the question that provokes, will you stretch to find the answer? Will you take up the gauntlet flung boldly and defiantly answer that call? Will you meet my challenge with tingling in your blood, with your hair blowing electric in the wind, with all your being knowing that every challenge is an opportunity? Every challenge presents a gift. Every challenge is there to serve you. Or not, it's your choice. The mythology of the Sphinx. In Greek mythology, it was a monster. A woman's head and breast, dog's body, lion's paws, wings of an eagle, and the tail of a serpent, who questioned Oedipus. To the ancient Egyptians, she symbolically represented the Nile and its seasons. She was also a manifestation of Hathor, goddess of birth and death. The Sphinx of Egypt was built as a guardian of the horizons, the rising and setting of the sun. It held the keys to the wisdom gates and the path of deep knowing. Initiates had to confront the challenges that the Sphinx posed. I'm going to say this again. In the path to deep knowing, initiates had to confront the challenge that the Sphinx posed. The Sphinx will not let you pass until you respond to her challenge. She asks, how can you meet a challenge and prosper in all aspects of your being? You can let yourself get drawn down by challenge or kicked or pounded or defeated. But how can you take the challenge and use its energy to nurture yourself? Transmute that energy, guys, is what I'm hearing here. And I heard here, too, when I was reading it, that you're a dimension jumper. So you're very powerful. Some of you also astral project in your sleep. When I am afraid, I put my trust in you. Psalm 56:3. Flow barrier transition. Artemis and Sphinx. That's crazy. Because Artemis has actually came to me too, and has been in my dreams before. I've talked about it in other videos. Okay, Archangel Michael, please. Okay, right here. Who picked pile 3? We got the sun. What'd I say, guys? You're definitely Leos. Leo North Node, South Node. Success, recognition, enthusiasm, happiness. Is what I'm hearing. Happiness. The sun, right? Ego. Leo, sun, moon, rising, Venus. Next, we got the Empress. Come through. Pile 2. You're the Empress or the Emperor. Creation, abundance, action. And she has the baby. Look, she has the baby born here, which I've never seen in a card before. The baby is actually born. So you definitely are put here to take care of women and children. This is who you are. The protector of children. number 3 and number 19, which is a 10. Next, we got renewal, reflection, self-evaluation, rebirth. I'm guessing this is judgment, renewal, right? Which is about an awakening, which is actually about the apocalypse or Armageddon. Renewal, because the angel is sounding the trumpet, the war trumpet. 20. So you could be a Leo, a Sagittarius, a Libra, or a Taurus. And next we got the world. I'm hearing a closing of a cycle, accomplishment, celebration, completion. The World Wide Web. All right, guys, how strong are you really? I think you're pretty fucking strong, pile 2. Don't be afraid. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. If this resonated with you, please comment down below. Also, if you would like to donate, it's ThisBeautiful01 on Cash App. Personal readings are going on Sundays now because I've been so busy with my work schedule. Archangel Michael is telling me to show you guys my tattoo. This is Archangel Michael trampling on the devil. See how he carries his sword? And that's the devil. All right, guys. Have a great and beautiful day. Noon, midday, evening, whatever time you find this reading. Take care.